Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I really hope you're well. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great week so far. So, we are kicking off today with a session this morning all about reducing pelvic pain and hopefully reducing tight pelvic floor as well. So, there's a little bit of theory that I want to give you about this to start with, but as you're kind of getting going, if you grab yourself a cushion or maybe two cushions if you haven't got yoga blocks. If you have got yoga blocks, grab two of them. If you haven't, two cushions, but you will need a cushion as well because we will use that cushion underneath the back of the bottom. So grab that. And hopefully you are well. Hey, Belinda. Are you well this morning, Belinda? Are you good? So I'm just going to take my socks off. I want to be able to feel the connection on the floor. I'm going to turn the music off in a minute. I just want to do an audio check first of all. Is that okay for when we actually start to go through the exercises? I just want to make sure that that's all really nice and clear for you. So how's that? Belinda, if you let me know, do you need anything like up or down, sound-wise? Just let me know relation to the microphone and the music. So if you need me to turn anything down or turn anything up, please do. Sounds good. Okay, fabulous. That's brilliant. All right then, I'm going to turn that music off for a moment, just while I'm doing a bit of theory. Okay, so this session really is something that we're looking at with regards to what we do with Fitness Pilates. So if you are a Fitness Pilates instructor and you're watching this on catch up or you're doing this with me live, then hopefully this information is going to be helpful for you. But also this is really helpful for myself because I suffer a lot of pelvic pain. I'm very open about the fact that I've got endometriosis and endometriosis as well. So two different conditions which are quite similar but different in ways. With regards to pelvic pain, and I suffer a lot with very, very severe periods, and I get a lot of pain around ovulation as well, and I bleed around ovulation as well. But even with women who haven't got those conditions, there are so many women, literally 1 in 2 women who experience pelvic pain at some period time, within the month. And this can also be brought on very heavily by people who are going through the menopause, during the menopause, perimenopausal as well. Hey, Emma, good morning. And it's something that actually when your hormones change as you're going through the menopause, or your hormones are changing because of your menstrual cycle or a condition like I've got, like endometriosis or polycystic ovaries or fibroids, we experience a lot of pain, and you can also experience a lot of inflammation as well. So what I'm going to do with you this morning is work on those things, and I'm going to give you some really very light exercises to help to relieve pelvic pain. Some positions that you can be in to actually as well really help relieve pelvic pain. So if you experience it during the month, if you experience it from time to time, if you experience it on a regular basis, then you can use these. One thing that a lot of women don't know, and I was one of those women, I didn't realize that there is a direct correlation between your jaw and the tightness of your jaw and your pelvis, your pelvic floor, and the tightness that goes on within the pelvis. So a lot of women who either grind their teeth or have very, very tight jaws, and they hold a lot of tension in their jaw, they also experience a lot of tension in the pelvis. Now, one of my really, really good friends during lockdown, she started grinding her teeth, and it's something she's never done before. And it got so severe that she had to have, I can't remember what they're called, like the guards, the mouth guards that you put in to stop grinding the teeth. And one thing that she also experienced was very much a massive increase in her pelvic pain and the tightnesses within her pelvic floor being very, very tight as well with that. And she spoke to a women's health practitioner who said that the tightnesses that are going on in your jaw are causing your pelvis to become tight as well. It's this direct relationship that's going on. So one of the first things that we're going to do, I'm going to bring you down to the floor. I'm going to get you to sit on a cushion and sit quite comfortable. But I'm actually going to get you to release your jaw, and I'm going to give you some exercises to do that. And then I'm going to obviously do some exercises that are going to help with regards to pelvic pain and releasing pelvic floor tightness. Remember, ladies, that a tight pelvic floor is not a strong pelvic floor. It's almost the reverse. We want our pelvic floor to be functional. We want it to be able to contract and relax without us having to think about it, without us, being under any stress. We want our pelvic floor to work functionally. Like any muscle, we wouldn't want our bicep to be constantly tight and not be able to move. We'd want it to be able to contract and relax functionally. And that's exactly the same with the pelvic floor muscles. The other thing to be aware of is that the inflammation that you can hold within your pelvis can also be caused by other factors. So if you know that you suffer massively with pelvic pain, maybe around ovulation or maybe around your period, your premenses, or you're going through the menopause, you're perimenopausal, postmenopausal, and you're experiencing pelvic pain from time to time, then also think about the inflammation that you've got within your body. If your body is very inflammatory, if it's very acidic, then as well, that's going to cause more pain because the inflammation itself will be causing pain. So we want to start to reduce down, and I know I always speak about it with every single thing that we talk about, but reduce those stimulants that cause inflammation within the body. So reducing things like the amount of caffeine that we're having, reducing alcohol, reducing sugar, not completely cutting them out. We're human and we need to be able to live, effectively and happily, but reducing maybe around those times. So if you suffer around your ovulation time, then just reduce down things and focus on, anti-inflammatories, natural anti-inflammatories, things like ginger, things like turmeric to add into your diet, which will help. Okay, so I want you to come down to the floor. Let's grab a cushion. And I want you to sit comfortably. I'm just going to pop that music back on. Now, this might be a little bit difficult because I've got my mic on. So I want you to sit comfy for you, however you feel comfortable. For me personally, I like to sit cross-legged, but I know that's not right for everyone. So if it feels better for you to actually sit with your legs open a little bit more, that's absolutely fine. Actually, I'm going to stay like this, to be honest, because that's quite comfortable for me this morning. And this is perfect for me today. And I know it's a real selfish thing to say as an instructor, but I'm experiencing a lot of pelvic pain today. Again, I'm ovulating at the moment, and I know that. And I'm experiencing quite a lot of inflammation, bloating, and pelvic pain. So this couldn't have come at a better time. I always plan this well. Okay, so let's think about this jawline. I want you to just start to relax the jaw, and I'm going to get you to allow the jaw to open. And then just press the lips together. So again, do that again. Open up. And then push the lips together. Let's go again. Really let that jaw relax. Not very dignified, I know. Hopefully no one's looking through your window. Okay, take your fingers and I want you to start to massage your jaw. So apologies if my voice starts going funny. It's quite hard to massage your jaw and talk. I want you to massage all the way up towards your ears, little circles with your fingers and your thumb, and then massage all the way around your jawline. Feel whether or not that feels tense. Does that feel tense? Mine feels very tense. Massage down into the chin. And then again, go back up and just spend a little bit of time here. Really massaging your jaw. Massage around your cheeks. Use your fingers. Go in both directions, circle both ways. Give your jaw a really nice release. Place your fingers on your thumbs. Your thumbs go underneath. And I just want you to press and go right up to your ears. And do that again. Start with your chin and go all the way up to your ears. Do that a couple of times. Well done. One more. Wait again. Open up the mouth. See how that feels now. And then press the lips together. Does that feel like that's relaxed a little bit? If it has, brilliant. If it hasn't, go back to your massage. Mine feels an instant release. I feel like it's instantly, definitely let that relax. So massage that jaw. The more you can do this, the better it's going to be. So maybe do this if you suffer a lot, every morning, every night. You need to let that jawline relax. Right around the chin. Little circles going in both directions. Well done. And then go back to the fingers and go up and left. Let's do that again. Maybe about 3 or 4 times. Well done. And then, like little raindrops, just tap. Tap the jawline, tap the cheeks, tap around the mouth, tap the chin. Relax that jaw. Perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring you down to the floor. Just going to move my mic belt out of the way. What I want us to do is place our blocks, if we've got blocks, if not cushions. I want to place them just under your knees. So your pelvis can lay open, but your knees are bent, but they're relaxed. So you're not holding your legs up. Not like when you just feet are flat down on the floor and you're bending knees. I've got my cushion as well under my lower back, so I'm in this position here. Now this is quite a position, and obviously I know that and I recognise that. So this is the beauty about online. You know, if we were to do this in a class format, people might feel quite vulnerable. Whereas online, hopefully you feel quite safe here. But I want you to just start to allow the pelvis to relax and open. And you're going to bring your attention to your breath. So you're going to start to breathe a little bit more diaphragmatically. I want you to focus on your in-breath. Be aware of your out-breath. Your legs laying heavy onto the blocks. The pelvis is open. The lower back is cushioned with this cushion underneath you. Relax your arms. If you want to, though, place your hands to your rib cage. I want you to feel your breath coming in and out through the ribs. The pelvic floor is influenced so heavily by your breath, working on a direct loop between the two. And every time you exhale, your pelvic floor naturally contracts and rises. And every time you inhale, it naturally relaxes and moves downwards. So I want you to focus on both the in and the out. And I want you to feel that depth of the breath. So move your breath from the shallow breath to this more diaphragmatic breath. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the connection with the pelvic floor. Inhale, relax. Exhale, naturally just contract a little bit. Not too much stress. Try and let that tension go from the pelvis. And while we're here, let's take a moment to box breathe. Box breathing helps to reduce anxiety, helps to lift the mood naturally, but also it can really help the body to relax. So I want you to focus on a box, the shape of a box in front of you. We're going to breathe in as we trace up the side of the box for 3 counts. We hold the breath as we trace along the top for 3 counts. We breathe out as we trace down the side for 3 counts. And we hold the breath as we trace along the bottom for 3 counts. And I want you to stay with that box breathing in for 3 counts, holding for 3 counts, breathing out for 3 counts, and holding for 3 counts. And just keeping this going while you're allowing your pelvis to open. You're allowing the tension from your lower back to release. You're allowing the tension from the pelvis and the abdominals to relax. Maybe again, if you want to massage your jaw here, if that still feels tight. Maybe just do the little tapping around the jaw. When you're ready, we're going to just slowly move those blocks. Have your feet comfortable. Keep the cushion under your lower back. And I want you just to gently come up into a pelvic tilt. And you're going to lower down. You're only really working on these very, very few first vertebrae from the pelvis. It's a tiny pelvic tilt. Feel free to take your legs wider if you need to. You don't have to have the feet so close. Relax the shoulders. And you're just focusing on that little pelvic tilt. We're certainly not going into a glute squeeze. You are just allowing that pelvis to rock and release. And you're working through here into both flexion of the pelvis and the spine and extension. So almost as if we were doing Pilates and coming up through point A and then back into point C. Really let the pelvis move in both directions. Feet can go as wide as you wish. Whenever you're ready, you're going to open your arms wide in maybe and start to roll the knees from right to left. I've got that cushion still there behind my back, under my pelvis. If you need to move it any time, please feel free. I'm just going to allow that to rock. I'm keeping the feet down on the floor. Maybe take the feet wider and see how that feels. So as you roll, you're really aware here of how that feels for you as you open up through the pelvis. Let that release. I'm going to gently bring the knees in. Take a little rock. Pull the knees into you. From here, placing your legs up to the ceiling. Now, you could do this against a wall with your legs in the air. Cushion underneath your bottom, just lifting the legs up to the ceiling. Legs up against the wall there's so many health benefits for that. Obviously, we're promoting blood flow coming back through into the vital organs, back into the brain. But also it really helps to reduce the inflammation that you might be holding on to within your pelvis. It also really helps to reduce pelvic pain. It increases mood because we're promoting blood flow to the brain. So you can either have your legs up against the wall here, or you can just lift the legs in the air, but definitely have something underneath your bottom. Slowly you're going to lower your feet. And obviously all of these things you can hold for as long as you want, do them for as long as you need. I'm going to start to very slowly just drop one knee out to the side. The other leg stays still, but not under an immense amount of tension. I'm just going to roll my foot, let that knee open to the side, letting the pelvis release. So I don't want you to hold tension in your tummy. It goes against kind of everything we do in Pilates. But I want you to let go. I want you to allow yourself to let go. As you're taking that knee out to the side, allowing the pelvis just to relax and to release here as you open through. Be aware of how that feels today. Just bringing that through. Slowly, ladies, you're going to bring your legs back into you. Keep the feet separate and let's circle these knees around. Rotate them through. Make the circles as big as you feel you can. Allow your hips to open. Go the other way when that feels good for you. A lot of the time it's about allowing ourselves to relax. Something that we don't often do as women. Especially women who feel like everything should essentially be tight and firm all the time. But absolutely that doesn't help with regards to pelvic pain and tight pelvic floor. I want you to extend one leg, feel the stretch going down. Pull this other knee into you. Then open that knee to the side. I want to feel a release coming through your inner thigh. Let that pelvis open. Remember, if we've got tight inner thighs, it can affect our pelvic floor health. Because essentially it will mean the pelvic floor is tight as well. So we need to let that relax. Just gently push. Bring the knee back. Change sides when you're ready. Let that pelvis come away. Open the knee out to the side. Feel that release in the pelvis for you. Just take your time, no rush. Giving yourself the permission to relax, to let the tension go. Bring the knees back to the chest. Slowly I'm going to remove that cushion. From here, gently come round. I want you to take your knees quite wide and feel free if you need to have your cushion in front of you. You can. Turn the head to the side. Open up through the pelvis. just as far as that feels good for you. So allowing the pelvis to open as the knees go wide here. Well done. We're going to bring that in. Slowly from here, the hands are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. Let's focus on our spine. Inhale the belly to the ceiling. Exhale our belly to the floor, look to the ceiling. So again, I want our spine to be able to move through flexion and extension. Do you need to take your knees wider? So feel free to take those knees into a wider space. Now, not only are you going to flex and extend, but we're also going to move laterally. So come up. Now shift and wag your tail from right to left. Loosen off that lower back. Dip under. And again, wag your tail from right to left. Look at your hip. From side to side. Be aware of how that feels. Round up through again. Dip down. And then go into a rotation here. Circling round and through. Loosening off that lower back. Moving where we feel comfortable. We're going to bring our cushion. We're going to bring it underneath one knee. The other leg comes forward. And we tilt our pelvis forward and backwards. It's a little rock here, allowing that pelvis to release. Again, tightnesses through the quad, tightnesses through the hip can affect pelvic pain. So let's stay forward, hold forward, lean back slightly, opening up that space. Feel free to take the arm up if you want. You can lift and reach. Well done, relax. And change sides. I'm going to turn the other way. Knee underneath the cushion so you're really nice and secure there. Come into this pelvic tilt forward and back. Again, trying to work on that movement, that flexibility of the pelvis. Let's stay forward, tuck forward, lean back. Just as far as that feels good for you. Feel free to take the arm up. You can take the arm over. Open out here. Well done. Release. Okay, come and take a seat again. Sitting back onto your cushion. And again, feel free to have the legs wherever you feel comfortable, whatever works for you. I want you to allow your pelvis to open. So either with your legs here, with a bent knee opening up, or maybe with your feet together. Take a little rock. Allow that to relax and release. Again, you're not going to force and push in any way, shape or form. We're just going to allow the pelvis to open. So if we're here, I want you to focus, again, shifting your weight from side to side. But also maybe just tucking under, coming into a little bit of a pelvic tilt. Good work. Taking your time there. So again, ladies, sit comfortable for you. I want you to come back to your boxed breathing here. Try not to pull up and hold tension in any part of the body. Instead, really relax. Inhale for 3 counts as you trace up one side of the box. So if we use my block, as you're breathing in, tracing up one side, holding for 3 counts as you trace along the top. Breathe out as you trace down the other side. And then hold as you trace along the bottom. And just stay with that, just tracing that block. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. As you do that, feel the tension from your body relax and release. Allow your pelvis to relax. Let the tension go. And come back to your jaw. Because maybe as you were doing your exercises, you came back and you started putting tension back into that jaw. Maybe as you were breathing. So I want you to circle round into the jaw here. Circle through. You're going round in both directions. Down to your chin. Use the fingers. Don't just use one, use them all. Circle round into the cheeks. The chin. And then from here, I want you to open that mouth as wide as you can. And then tighten it as close as you can. Go as wide as you can with your mouth. And then tighten as tight as you can. And then let that jaw relax and go back to your tapping. We're going to slowly bring ourselves round back into our child's pose again. You can use your cushion if you want to. Extend. Slowly, ladies, we're going to bring ourselves back. We're going to come in here now into our calf stretch. Lengthen out the back of the legs. Feel free to bend one knee, feel the stretch in the other leg, and then change over whenever you're ready. Just alternating in your own time, lengthening out the back of the leg, allowing the pelvis to be high, allowing the lower back to release. Take your time here. Slowly you're going to walk your hands back to your feet. Bend through your knees. Hang here. Slowly roll up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the neck and head up last. As you come up, just really be aware of how you feel. Take a breath. Breathe out down to prayer position. And really think about how that pelvis feels, how that lower back feels, how the hips feel, maybe how your pelvic floor feels. Take your right arm above your head and your left, right hand forward and your left, right palm in and your left. Give yourselves and each other a superb round of applause. Gang, I really hope that that was beneficial, that you felt a benefit from that. I know for me personally, like I said this morning, I've got a lot of pelvic pain, and I actually feel 100% better, definitely from just allowing the pelvis to open, allowing myself to relax, allowing myself to breathe, taking that breath deeper, but also relaxing my jawline, relaxing through my lower back as well. I know they were very, very light exercises. They were very, basic in the format that we were doing them, but it's not about that. It's about actually having that time to do them and allowing the pelvic pain to reduce. So I would love your feedback on this one. This is something that we're doing quite a lot of research into, which is hopefully going to help our ladies move better. Thank you, Belinda. Great stuff. I'm glad you found the benefit from that. So yeah, let me know if there's any questions at all, or if you do this on a regular basis, even without me, you just do it on your own. You relax your jawline. You place your cushion underneath your pelvis, and you allow your legs to relax, placing something maybe underneath the knees, and just see how that feels, and see if that helps over time. So have a wonderful rest of your day, gang. I'll be live at 9:15 doing yoga lattes. 12:30 is HIIT dance. And then tonight, 6:30 is fitness Pilates supersets. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon.